Did watch Raw though.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast here on Saturday, a special time because we are previewing Saturday night's main event. It's a pregame show. I usually do this for the Dolphins, but we're doing it for wrestling today. I'm joined always by my tag team partner, Josh Kimmel. What's up, brother?
Man, I'm excited for this show. I cannot believe it. Guys, I'm actually, which I don't do this. I don't go out. I'm almost 40 years old. I don't go out. That's why we do the show Saturday night, because we both don't go out anymore. But I'm actually, I just went to the gas station. I got a 12-pack or 8-pack of Nooners, High Noons. I got some stuff, some goodies from the dispensary. We're going to go to my buddy's house. And we're actually going to watch, like I'm getting together. I'm gathering with folks to watch wrestling. When's the last time anyone's done that?
Man, I'm going to tell you something. I am super excited about this card. I really am. And I'm obviously we do this. We love wrestling. Students of wrestling and all this, the history of it all. But I mean, Jesse Ventura coming back on commentary. The rumors. I mean, there's so many rumors coming in tonight. And the WWE Ringed Eagle belt might be returning. They did a little. I don't know if you saw that little.
I saw the spoof.
You saw the spoof, the
Have you seen the spoof? Yeah,
yeah, I did.
That was hilarious.
I that would have been icon. If that happens, I would laugh so hard. It'd be bad, but I'd laugh.
And Vince calls in, "Hey pal, remember that one favor I asked on my way out? We need Stardust on Saturday night.
One more time, just one more time." So, man, but look, not a huge card, only 5 matches, which is great because it gets straight to the point. It's a lot of action tonight. You got, first off, you got Drew McIntyre taking on Sami Zayn, the United States Championship for the women's division. You got Minchin versus Chelsea Green. You got the World Championship on the line, a triple threat between Finn Balor, Priest, and Gunther. And then Liv Morgan versus Io Sky for the women's championship. And, of course, the undisputed championship on the line, Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. Huge card, a lot of fun. I got to ask you straight up, man, out of this card right now, looking at it, we'll get into SmackDown very quick, just a very quick run through of it, because obviously Minchin and Chelsea won their matches. Chelsea beat Bayley. Minchin beat Tiffany Stratton last night. So those two are going at it. We'll talk about that. But before we get into SmackDown, out of this card right now, which one are you most excited about?
The match I'm most excited about, man, I would have to say Drew and Sami Zayn. The last match probably added. That wasn't, that was a surprise ad because Drew just returned. I feel like, and we always say this, if it's a very predictable show. Like most of these people aren't losing their titles. I don't see Gunther, Liv Morgan, Cody.
Well, one of the rumors out there is that one of the major titles will change hands tonight. So that was my follow-up question. This will be later, but you just said that. So I got to ask you, out of all of these titles, one of the major titles will change hands.
Gunther.
Okay.
They made it a triple threat. Here's my prediction. I talked about this with Clutch on Thursday night, Real Talk Wrestling. Here's what I predict. I said that the reason why they made this a triple threat match is to get this title off of Gunther without him losing. So if that's Finn pinning Damian Priest, I could totally see Finn coming out tonight as a champion. I could totally see a situation where Gunther powerbombs Damian Priest or puts him to sleep or is about to put him to sleep. Finn Balor comes with the coup de grace off of the top, because Gunther could be holding him, sleeper on the mat like he always does. Coup de grace, boom, Priest is already put to sleep before the ref could do the whole little arm gimmick, and then pin him 1, 2, 3, cheating Gunther out of the title, winning that title so Damian Priest can chase it. But I ultimately believe this ends up with CM Punk beating whoever wins the title tonight and him going into WrestleMania as a champion as the main event, as Seth chases him, as Seth has to win the Rumble. Because remember, CM Punk wants nothing to do with Seth Rollins. Like, bro, you don't have the title. What, like, I don't need you anymore. I don't even think about you. So if he wins the title, why would he fight Seth without a reason? Well, the reason would be Seth wants to take that back from him. So, long story short, CM Punk ain't pinning Gunther, but they got to get that title on CM Punk. The best way to do it is to put it on Finn so CM Punk can beat Finn.
Yeah, I think you're on the money in regard to what would your reasoning in regards of Gunther. First off, Gunther, as great as he is, when the ring general, the run he had with as the Intercontinental Champion, the future he has, obviously he has the whole train behind him. We know Triple H is full steam ahead on Gunther, but as great as he is as an IC champion as he was, he's become stale as the world champion. There's so to me, the best thing you could do is take it off of him, let him rebuild, and then come back later and then do it again. But I'll be honest with you. I'll give you the wild card here. The undisputed title. I get it. I understand. People are like, "Oh, is Rock going to show up at the end and challenge Cody at the Royal Rumble, winning the title?" We all know what that. But KO has been riding high right now, and he's red freaking hot. And Cody is red hot as a champion. We could all think what we want about Cody, whatever thing, but as a he's been red hot. I mean, the kids love him, the fans love him. He's been having good stories, but the chase is always better than the defense. Mm-hmm. So to make KO a legitimate threat in the WWE, I believe you could make it a case for Kevin Owens stealing the title tonight, and of course dropping it again at the next pay-per-view or wherever. Mm-hmm. And Cody, of course, continuing. He could do that story with Rock, So when I saw that, I thought, holy crap, this might actually go down. I thought KO. You're right, though. I mean, Finn Balor. I think a world championship between Finn Balor and Damian Priest, or that feud carrying would be better than, you know what I mean? But I could see where KO could possibly upset Cody. What's up, Justin? Justin Toner of the house, in the house, part of Ruckus Entertainment and Ruckus Wrestling Podcast. Great to see you. Everyone tuning in right now, we appreciate you watching wherever you're watching. Thank you so much. If you're anywhere other than YouTube, come on over. Pop in the comments. Tell us what you think of tonight's Saturday night's main event. Now, let's get into just a quick run through of SmackDown. I think they recorded 2 shows last night because they're going to have off for Christmas, which is pretty cool. No, I haven't seen any kind of spoiler on next week's SmackDown, which is a good thing. But just a quick run through. Braun Strowman returned. He was the mystery opponent for against Carmelo. He squashed him.
So much fun.
Yeah. LA Knight defeated Sikoa by disqualification.
What do you think about that, real quick, with the direction of Solo and LA Knight? Do you think this is just a filler?
Yeah, it's absolutely a filler. It gives LA Knight something to do, and he's going against a red hot heel team, in which the Bloodline now has the new Bloodline truly has become. Before it's kind of like, I can't take these guys seriously, but now you look forward to seeing those guys. It's Solo, man. His character work, his development has been freaking phenomenal. And so obviously Roman Reigns challenged Sikoa for the Raw on Netflix I think the first edition, and it will be for the Ula Fala. I'm probably butchering that, and for the Tribal Chief role. So that's where it's crazy. That's probably gonna be the head of it, and we'll see where it goes from there. But obviously, it's a filler. Bailey losing to Chelsea Green, and then Minchin, of course, beating Tiffany Stratton. You and I talked about this with the possibility of, you brought up Minchin, I brought up Chelsea. First we were like, oh, it could be
Tiffany
Bailey
I thought it was going to be Bailey and Tiffy.
Yeah.
I can't believe they went this direction. I can't believe it, but I'm happy for it.
I'm happy for them. I really am. And again, yeah, you can solidify, I guess, the title right away with a big name like a Bailey or a Naomi or a Tiffy and whatever. But
Mhm.
you could solidify Chelsea or Minchin
Yep.
with this belt. And Chelsea Green, I think, is the favorite. Like, I'm
Yeah.
all aboard with Chelsea Green as a heel champion. She's gonna be fun. She
Yep.
does the high spots. I'm down with this. I'm totally cool with it. Um, let's see. So that happened there. You had the final word, like I said. You had Roman challenge Solo, so we know that's gonna go down. Um, Jimmy, comes out, cuts a promo, says it's
Yep.
Jimmy's time. Be ready, which I'm cool with. I really want to see Jimmy really make a solo run, but
Yep.
obviously he's still part of Roman. And of course he got attacked there at the end there, but
That was great. That was great.
yeah.
Drew,
Oh,
Drew's,
Drew
I,
McIntyre.
dude, what did I say last week? What we were talking about awards, was it last week or the week before?
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre's wrestler. Like, I spoiled it for everyone when we give awards out. My wrestler of the year. He's awesome, man. He's doing everything great.
This is what's crazy. He's been to the mountaintop, but he continues to find ways to stay there. He's not involved in the world title matches. He's not involved at all.
Mm-hmm.
But he's in the main event. He's a main event player. So
He's
whenever
the best character.
oh, dude, it's just when he went like to Naomi after beating up Jimmy, he goes like this. It's kind of like, Naomi's just kind of like, it was crazy, man. So anyway, he has been the MVP. I mean, match of the year with CM Punk at Hell in the Cell made Hell in the Cell actually being a great match again. I mean, the Hell in the Cell used to mean something. It hasn't meant anything. So finally, him and CM Punk made that. Hassan Terrell in the house. Hey there, you guys. Happy holidays. What a time. The Saturday night main event on Peacock movie. What time is it? It is at 8:30, I believe. Is it 8 p.m.? 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right. So there you go. 7 p.m. Central. There you go, Hassan. But yeah, so you said Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn is your most looked forward to match. I think you're right there. I think for a lot of people, that is the case. I know Stager of the Checkdown. I was doing a show with him yesterday, and he said the same thing. He's really looking forward to McIntyre and Sami Zayn, and it might be it might be overly booked. We might see a couple run-ins, just because of everything that's been going down. But those two are going to put on a banger, I think. Absolutely.
I want it to be a not squash, but I want Sammy to get his ass beat down. I want Drew to dominate, because losing that CM Punk feud, which he lost that feud, he needs to get back up. He's already up there. Like, we still believe he's a menacing heel. We still believe he's a psychopath. We still believe all that. But we need to see a match where he just bloodies. I know they won't bloody him there, but just beats him convincingly. Like, that's one of your biggest baby faces, Sami Zayn. I think he needs to go in there and actually just squash Sammy, broke kick a couple times, 1, 2, 3, no question. That's just me. I think that's how it should go, but who knows how they're going to book it? I don't know.
Absolutely. Again, talking about a couple rumors very quick. We all know that soon to be either Becky Lynch or Charlotte Flair is inching closer to returns.
Yep.
There is a report that we could see either Charlotte or Becky return tonight,
Okay.
but with different characters. Not different characters, but evolved characters. Becky Lynch, for instance, was reported that she'll be moving away from the man character, something she's been wanting to do for a little while, and go in a different direction. Let me ask you, man, what would you do with her? If you're getting away from the man gimmick, what would you do with Becky Lynch, and who would you put her with in terms of like a story or a feud?
I think she has to come back. She can't, so it's impossible for her to come back as a heel, right? Nobody comes back as a heel. But I think she would be
Charlotte will.
no heel to me. Hey, you must have not seen my rant on Thursday night, which I'm glad you didn't. I dropped too many F-bombs, and I apologize for that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Justin was there for it. Somebody brought up Charlotte, and I'm sorry.
Oh
but
my.
I'm sorry. It was like 2. It was 2.
Okay.
But I think if we bring her back, she's got to turn heel eventually. The babyface run with Becky, it's cute, it's fun, but she's been doing it for the longest time. We just talked about the New Day turning heel. DIY just turned heel. Yeah, it's a trigger. But if think about this, we talked about how good. Like, look at the New Day. Look how relevant they are now. we didn't
Mm,
care about the New Day whatsoever.
mm.
They were just like, oh yeah, the New Day's back there. Who cares? They're doing funny commercials for Slim Jim, whatever it may be. But now we care. But they were selling merch. But okay, but who cares? Now they're doing this. Roman was selling merch. Turned him heel. He was selling more merch. So I'm saying Becky is stale as a babyface to me. So put her as a heel right away, immediately. I don't know. Have her feud with a top person. I wouldn't know who she like. Nia, no, that'd be boring. We've seen that. It needs to be someone we haven't seen before. Maybe Tiffy. Maybe Tiffy cashes in, and then we have a feud with Becky. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't know where to put her. Where is she going to be? Raw? Is she going to be on Netflix? I'm sure she's going to be on Netflix. I think Netflix would want her. She was there for the Netflix little ordeal, correct? Was that where she was?
Yeah, Becky Lynch was there.
So
Yeah.
she's probably going to be on that show when she does return. But she's got to be heel to me. I think spice it up, like do something new. She's been a babyface for the longest time.
Yeah.
Would you like to see that?
Yeah, I would, because I've been seeing some of the reports saying, what if it's because Charlotte had a run in with Jade before she left, and so a lot of people are starting to say, oh wait, was it Charlotte who attacked Jade Cargill? And I like that because Charlotte as a heel and Charlotte doing something like that again. She goes one-on-one like with Triple H, I think, in that type of ballpark, and she could be that type of heel in the women's division. But what if it's Becky? What if it was Becky did that? Now that's full on straight up heel shit.
Yep.
So I like that. I'm down with that. I think a heel run would be great. And I think, we all think that I thought it was like, oh, I could see it being Bianca. But what if it was Becky or Charlotte? I think that's good. I think that would be a fun kind of sneak, type of thing where it's like, oh crap, wait, we didn't expect this. Because I would like to see a Charlotte versus Jade. Charlotte could carry Jade in a match. They could have a good match.
She could.
So I could see that, and they're both in phenomenal shape and all that. They're a good pairing. But Becky was to do it. And it's true. The last the last attempt at a heel run for Becky Lynch did not go well at all because the fans just loved her too much. But if she could come back and do something totally horrible,
dastardly,
because nobody was going to boo the New Day. Everybody loved cheering the New Day. They were fun. Even when they had nothing to do, they became irrelevant. But when you saw the New Day, you sung the songs, you danced, you laughed, oh, it's a party. But now look at the New Day. And all they had to do was tell Big E to eat you. And they couldn't even talk. And that was one of my things, dude. Hey,
yeah.
In 2 weeks, has the New Day taken over Dom's spot as the most hated heel in WWE?
I don't know about that, but
they couldn't even let them talk.
Yeah.
It was great, dude. I mean, I had goosebumps. I'm like, this is amazing. We're watching here.
Mm-hmm. It was really good. So that's what I'm saying, though. Like, Vince in the previous administration was afraid to do that. Oh, they sell merch, or oh, the people love them. No, they're going to love them even more when you turn them heel. We understand this is a television show. Like, we understand that. We've watched Game of Thrones. Jaime Lannister was a heel, then he turned babyface. Then he kind of turned tweener. Like, we've seen it. Like, it's good to have, but it's a TV show. Like, it's good. It's good to have. It's good for characters to have layers. And I trust in Triple H because look at all these layers we're getting now. Drew is still mad about that show from 2 years ago when Roman beat him, right? Seth's still mad from like everyone's still like there's continuity. It's not like, oh yeah, I was mad at you for 3 months and we're cool now, bro, because we had our 3 matches. No, they're still mad at each other.
Oh yeah.
And the previous administration was just dropped. It's like every feud happened and then it was a reset with the character. I love how everyone just layered up. So yeah, I don't know what we're talking about, but I want to get to Becky real quick because I see this from Justin.
Yeah.
He said that they turned her heel as big time Bex. Didn't work because the fans didn't want to boo her. I think because she didn't do anything bad enough to be heel. What did she do?
Charlotte. Remember?
That's a great thing.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, that's what me. I'm a Charlotte mark, but who's gonna hate that? In reality, who's gonna hate it? Because you have fans like yourself who are like, "Oh, Charlotte's giving everything. Oh, the golden spoon." And you're a smacker. Who doesn't want to smack the golden spoon? And that's what she did. So it's like hard to hate her. So, and that's how she became the man, was because it didn't work.
Do you think she'd have to screw over Rhea? Who do you think would get a bigger reaction?
That much of an impact? I mean, I don't know if Rhea...
Well, that's my point. Is what woman is so over that Becky can mess up because it's not Jade. Nobody's gonna care about that.
No.
It has to be like there's nobody out there that I can see where she
Bailey?
can. No, nobody. No, because nobody
Bailey,
really
because it's her. I mean, because you have the whole history with them. But you would have to do something
like
totally horrible, bloody
this would
Hulk.
this would never happen because it wouldn't make sense for it to happen on TV. Just her just screwing Seth or like one divorce. Like, but that's fucking Vince Russo stuff.
Oh,
That's Vince Russo stuff. I don't want to put that. I know
yeah.
you're a Russo guy,
Wow.
but that's the only thing that would get her heat. That's the only thing because nobody really cares. Like Rhea's the biggest star there as a woman wrestler. She's probably one of the biggest stars there. Period. Like I take the women part out of it. Even if she does something dastardly, nobody would care. Nobody would care because it's not that big of an impact. There's no one there that's like top. Like Rhea is, but in the end of the day, if she gets screwed over by Becky, who cares? What's the history? What's their?
Yeah, it's not much. I mean, it's what if it was Charlotte and Becky that took Jade out?
Oh gosh,
RL, what's up, Lyles? We were just saying that, man. We were discussing that.
both? You want a tag team of these?
Can you imagine? NWO Women's Division? Whoa! I'd be down with that.
So they're just so they're just gonna so they're the John Moxley group, but for women. They're just gonna be like, we're taking over. You guys work for me now, yeah. Charlotte, no, hold on. Let me say, you guys work for me now, woo! And then Becky would come over with those stupid shoulder pads. That'd be the most hated tag team of all time.
It would for sure. I mean, you can't get
would.
Oh, you're afraid I'm gonna take your spot? Good. You don't deserve your spot. That would be. I would go full on heel like that. Charlotte would. It's
what if they did? Then they could take on Bianca and Jade, and that would set up a feud, and that would actually be a feud people would care about in the women's division. So,
and
I'm
you
okay
care
with
about
that.
the title. You care about the titles at that point, because of who's going for them. So, no, I think that's interesting. So do you expect any returns tonight? Any surprises?
Everyone's thinking The Rock. I don't think so.
I think that's a false finish.
Yeah, I just don't think he's not coming back till Netflix. I think he'll be on the Netflix show, maybe, possibly. Yeah. He should be. So that they're probably saving him because what if he does come out tonight? Then the Netflix show appearance isn't as meaningful. I mean, I think we're going to see legends. I think we're going to see.
We are going to see some legends. I did see that. We'll see, just the typical legends. I mean, obviously Jesse Ventura's on commentary. That's going to be so cool to hear. Yeah. We'll have some guys sitting in the audience. I'm trying to think Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
I'm sure he'll be there. The usual suspects.
Those guys are rumored to be there. I think Coco Beware will be in attendance. I haven't heard anything like the major legends, but I have to assume they may show up. I didn't hear anything on Flair. I haven't heard anything on Hogan. I haven't seen anything like on those guys. I did see. I think I saw Greg the Hammer, which is still cool. Now with Greg Valentine, the Body being there, it'd be interesting if Hogan was actually there. But let's put those two in the ring. That'd be fun. But just very quick, per Sean Sapp of Fightful.com, I thought this was pretty neat, and I hope WWE kind of goes there. In addition to the Wade Eagle making a one-night comeback, possibly rumored, a number of talent had pushed for WWE to go more classic title route, which had led to some visual changes in recent years. You kind of see that with the tag titles. The tag titles look so much better, and U.S. title looks really good too. IC title I'm still not a fan of, and the WWE title is not the whole big W in this. I just can't stand that. I hate that. But hopefully the crowd there in wherever that is gets so hot for that Winged Eagle belt if it actually makes an appearance that it makes a permanent appearance. Because I know Triple H said one night only.
I just don't see him. Night only. I don't see him bringing it back. I don't.
It just takes that one time, dude. It's like, WWE does that. They listen to the crowd. If the crowd sees that belt and they blow up and everything, it could be like, okay.
I'd be down for it. I really would be. So here's what I was talking to a friend about it actually, because he wants the same thing. And I'm like, okay. So we live in Tampa. When the Buccaneers wear the creamsicles, it's the coolest game of the year, right? Like you want those tickets, right? Yeah, I do. Why? Well, because the jersey is a cool game, whatever. So what if they wore the cream circles every game? Would it be special? No. So if the winged belt, whatever, comes back every night, then it's not special anymore. Then we'd lose interest. I like to keep it special events. I like to keep it like one night only because it makes it mean something. Like I get you don't like the belt. I get it. Listen, the UFC belt looks the same way, like big UFC in the front. Like I get it. It's tacky, it's corny, right? We like original belts, but that's not the era we live in anymore. Everything has this big logo on it now. Everything. Look, like, dude, I was just watching wrestling and I'm like, there's too many logos on the mat now. I freaking hate it. I hate it. Everything about it. Like just it's become
sponsors. That's what it is. It's
yeah, I'm just trying to think of the word like commercialize. There we go. Commercialize. That's all it is now. So you got to get your logo out there. Whenever like Juan Soto and the Mets win the World Series next year, Triple H is going to be next to Juan Soto with the belt, and it's going to be the big logo on it instead of like someone. Like, well, so think about it. If you're a casual viewer watching ESPN and you see Triple H, pointing to Juan Soto, you see WWE. But if you see a bald dude with a beard pointing to Juan Soto with some random winged, you're like, what belt is that? Is that a cage fighter?
But that's why. But now they're starting to do it where they have the logo of the team on that title. That's why they're giving those logo titles now out. You know, where it's like
I know, but
Dolphins have theirs. No, I get it. It makes total sense. You know, you go to ESPN, you're not even an average fan. You don't know what the hell. You don't care for it. But if you see, you know, like you said, a Juan Soto with a WWE belt with a big W there, you're gonna, oh, that's WWE.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But for me, like with the uniforms, it's different. First off, yeah, everybody talks about old school Miami Dolphins uniform. First of all, like, you know, you talk about the Buccaneers, but Miami, a lot of Dolphin fans want the throwbacks back. You know, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful jersey. But owner Stephen Ross, he's like, no, they're going to make special appearances, and we're going to keep the uniforms I created. Now, preference, I'd rather uniforms be from the 2000s with the cartoon dolphin. That's my dolphin. I grew up with that. That's one I prefer. To me, that makes sense. That argument makes sense when it's like special appearance only. But this is the world title. This is the WWE championship. It's not going to make special appearance. It's making a one-time appearance because Cody's been begging for it. The fans have been asking for it. You know, so it's like, okay, this is Saturday Night Main. We're going to go retro, which I'm very excited to see how retro they go in regards of the look, the feel. I mean, I'm like, that's what I'm most looking forward to. So I think when it comes to the world title, I mean, if it's always going to mean something because it is the world title. You know, so I get it. I hear your argument, but I'm still for it. You know, it would still mean something to me. Just like the you know, you got they came back, or you could go with something similar. You know, something they did it with the World Championship with Gunther's title from Raw. It's obviously mimicking the WCW title, the World Heavyweight Championship, but it's not because that's you know what I mean. So they could still kind of go that route, go to modern version of the old. Now, let me ask you though: would you prefer the Winged Eagle belt with the one like the Ultimate Warrior, Hogan, Bret Hart, that belt that Cody is possibly wearing tonight, or would you go with the one that like Steve Austin and The Rock, the round one, the one right before?
You're gonna hate me so much.
Okay,
I'm a big fan of John Cena's belt. I think
spinner?
I think that's the coolest belt ever
made.
My
God!
You're gonna hate me so much.
What?
For his world titles, yeah, that's my favorite belt. That's my favorite world title belt of all time.
Really? Is it really?
It is. And I wasn't even a John Cena fan. The only reason why I liked it
is
because,
can I ask?
Yeah, honestly, because I think it's I guess creative. Like you won't see another belt like that ever again. I don't think. And at the time, it was Edge feuding for that belt.
Okay,
and and it makes sense because I fell in love with that story. I fell in love with Edge. Like that's the reason why I'm such a big Edge guy, because he was going against the guy I hated the most. You know, and I just liked it so much. Like that's with Edge holding the spinner belt himself when he won it. Like that's to me, it's cool. I'm like, that's a cool belt, man. Like it's a custom belt that makes sense. I like custom belts that make sense. But the coolest belt today in today's world, just want to let everyone know, AEW's world title belt, even though it means nothing now, it's 0. It's still the coolest looking belt.
I will say AEW's World Championship is gorgeous. That belt is, you know, and I'll pull it up now just to look at it because I agree with that. To me, that is what a world title should look like. You know, let me pull that up.
Yeah, the AEW belt looks awesome. The only thing I didn't like about it
has the logo. It has the logo.
Yeah, but you compare but it's so like WWE's is so pronounced. Like boom, this is WWE, like right in the
Yeah.
middle. Whereas AEW's it kind of blends in, but you still see the AEW logo. Their belt is just so much better. It's so much to me.
But I
So
mean,
much
it
better.
looks like a world title. It kind of reminds me of a boxing title a little bit, I like the side plates. It's different. It's elaborate. It's shiny. It's sparkly. I agree with you. It's
It
hard to
means
it doesn't really stick out, but no, I mean, when I first saw that belt, I got excited for it before I. What AEW was, and I'm like, oh, But if
yeah.
WWE could try to roll with something like that, I'll be 100%. Because then, when I see somebody with that big W in the center, oh, I won the belt. It's like, okay, whoop de do for you, man. It doesn't really look, But if you came with something like that, then it's like that looks important.
I will say this: it looks better than what it did when it was red, or when it was blue.
Universal title, yeah.
Both of them, like those were the worst belts when they were red, and then there was one that was there ever one that was blue? The
Yeah, that
red
was the
ones was
SmackDown.
it was so they were
When
that was bad.
Yeah, that was SmackDown's world title or the Universal title. When it went to SmackDown, it was blue, and then when it was on Raw, when Finn Balor won it, it was red. It's like, come on, I know what you're trying to do, I get it, but it's just that W, dude. It's like what always looked at me is like, okay, it's just basically it's not even a title. It's just a plate, and it's a W, and it's empty. You can still touch the leather. It's like, what is this? That's why I
That'd
always
be cool. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. So I've always preferred the world title.
Yeah,
That's my preference. The WCW title was always the nicest to me.
it'd be cool. I know, but it would lessen the Cody's belt tonight. But if like Gunther came out with the Intercontinental title, the classic one, or like you know what I mean, like if they had all the classic belts tonight, if
Well,
that
yeah,
was
it would be who would be the no, it would be
not Intercontinental. Oh my
he's the
gosh,
world champion. Yeah, he's the world
yes,
champion.
he's
I
a
see
world
that.
champion.
Yeah,
God damn it.
it's all right.
Sorry guys. Sorry, my
No,
bad.
it's true. No,
It'd
hey,
be cool if we could see that.
Triple H. I mean, he has modernized the titles or made them look like it's still. Look, McMahon, for as much of an impact he had on wrestling and what it is today, he's been trying to get away from what it is. He wants to be entertainment. The big logo, outline that logo. Look at all the belts as they've evolved. It's starting to get away from that traditional, don't call it a belt. You don't wear it around your waist to hold up your pants. Oh, shut up. It's a championship belt. It's a title. We know what it is. Like, don't get away from it. Where Triple H, yeah, they still have it where they don't really say title belt, but it's starting to kind of turn. That's why the World Championship looks really good, I think. How can I watch live on DSTV? It shows it doesn't show. It should be Nezzy. First off, thank you for watching. I think it's on NBC on TV, and if you have Peacock app, I think it's on Peacock.
Peacock and NBC, 8 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah, for sure. So hopefully that helps you. It's going to be very exciting. We got almost 100 people watching right now. We appreciate you all tuning in live to the Saturday night main event preview show here on No Holds Barred on FTSN. Josh Kimmel, Bobby Melendez in the house. Talking title belts. The rumor is that WWE is going to bring back the Winged Eagle belt tonight, one night only. And we're, I guess, having a debate. Should it be a one night only thing? Josh just broke the news that his favorite belt was the spinner belt.
I stand by it. I have no problem with that.
I mean, is it a surprise? Anybody? It's a big mystery what my title was. My favorite belt is that World Championship. And you know what? For a belt that I've always wanted, I've wanted the old school WWE belt, whether it's the round one or the Ringed Eagle. I have a WCW belt, but I need probably a refreshed one. That's money. But the one I've always really wanted, dude, the one I look at, I'm like, man, if one day if I could do it, if I see it cheap, I'm gonna buy it. Would be the NWA title, the one Flair and Dusty, and you know what I'm talking about. TNA had it for a little bit. That belt right there, like that would be like I always looked at the belt going, and it's very simplistic. It's smaller, but still, that belt was like the mecca before it. Now the WWE's titles. It's really the real world champions were in NWA and WCW. Let's be real.
I never I don't have any belts. I have one replica belt, like it's very small, signed by Shawn Michaels. That's all I have.
Nice. I wonder if I could grab the world title because I did say that last one. While I'm doing that,
we're gonna grab, or you're grabbing.
I'm gonna go get it. It's in my closet.
Is this your title? Hey guys, I went on WWE.com and bought a title.
First of all, I didn't go. My dad did. Second of all, I've won that title 14 times. Okay, Backyard Wrestling, the
Nezzy,
immortal Robert Michaels. All right.
I don't. Yeah. World champion.
Don't hate.
I don't know what
Yeah.
DSTV is.
I'm trying to wonder is it DirecTV?
I'm gonna look it up.
Dizan?
Real quick.
Well, yeah. While you're doing that, hold on one second.
DSTV. While I do this, I'll try to talk. DSTV is it Dish? I don't know if I don't know if they're broadcasting it because I think it's an NBC Peacock. Maybe DSTV does not have an NBC, and if they have NBC, I would just tune into that channel. Like as in, like if it was if they show NBC shows on that channel, I would just tune in there. But you have about an hour and a half till the show starts. I'm super excited for it. Is Dish okay? Then have you not searched it on your cable box? That's what I would do. Probably. Sometimes I can't find channels on Spectrum. Spectrum's terrible. So I'll be watching on the Peacock. Hopefully, there's not a lot of ads on tonight's show. Is it a 2-hour runtime, Bobby? Oh, he can't hear me. He doesn't have his headphones. Justin in the chat, is it a 2-hour runtime or are we going 3 hours tonight? I hope it's 2 hours. I hope it's 8 to 10. Because
sorry, were you talking to me?
Yeah, is it a 2-hour show tonight or 3?
Ooh, that I'm not sure. It's 5 matches. If it's 3, that's a lot.
2 hours. 2
hours. Okay, here you go, right here.
Right there he goes. We're holding titles. So
right.
We have one of those for our fantasy football league.
It's so beat up. It's old.
We all pitched in our fantasy league and we got a title just like that. And it's our first year ever. And the winner of last year, because we already did it, he spray painted NWO on it. That's what he gets for winning the first ever league because our league is the NWO.
So this one is so old, it's damaged. I mean, I had this forever, dude. I mean, the leather is obviously it's fake leather. It's signed by Earl Hebner. That's
awesome.
Earl Hebner, and you ready for this? Vince Russo.
No,
Vince Russo. I remember when I told Vince, I go because the guys left. Kevin Nash had left. Vince is like, hey, came around after TNA. They used to come out and say thank you to the fans and shake your hand, which was really cool. I mean, I saw Booker T, Scott Steiner, Nash, whatever. So Dixie Carter would come around, and I remember Earl Hebner came and Earl Hebner signed it. And Russo came out and like the belt. And I was like, hey, you want to sign it? He goes, serious? Yeah, sure, why not? And so he signed it. But there's that gem is missing here in the crown because that hit me off the head. And
okay, yeah.
There's a scratch on the nameplate. We went to a trophy shop and they put Robert Michaels on here, which is my wrestling name. And so, but yeah, man, classic belt right here. And it's a WCW one. See, there's no WWE here. I'm gonna ruin that. Anyway, that's right. Say it again. Champ.
The champ is here.
Robert Michaels, the immortal Robert Michaels, 14-time heavyweight champion.
Speaking of championships, tonight we have a world championship match: Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens.
Yes.
So this is going to be the main event of the night. This is going to be going on last. We just talked about the belt. You think it's a possibility Kevin Owens wins tonight?
Yes, I do.
That's what you think. Okay. Now, when or if he wins tonight, if he is leaving the championship or leaving Long Island as a champion, holding that special belt, I don't think Triple H will let a heel hold, but he might hold it tonight. What's next? You always ask the question, like, what's next? Then what is next, Bobby? Like, where do we go from here if Kevin Owens does win this title?
Well, actually, you talked about it last week. I don't think you remember, but you said where this could possibly go. You don't remember what you said, how it could go?
There could be many ways to go.
Well, let me refresh your memory, which I think would be a good way to go. All right. First of all, people go, like you say, where does Cody, first off, where does Kevin Owens go with the title if he wins it? First of all, you solidify him as a top heel. It would really suck for this type of run with Kevin Owens right now, the run that he's having, taking out Randy Orton. Before he was hesitating to hurt Cody Rhodes and take advantage of an injured leg for the title. All of a sudden, he's going right for the leg. I think it would hurt him if he was to lose tonight. And so I don't think it would hurt Cody as much. Obviously, you could repeat it, and go Cody versus KO, and then Cody lets out a vengeance he never shown before, and he wins that title back. And then you go ahead and you continue your Rock program or your whatever program. Or KO can win. Maybe Cody takes a detour, takes somebody else on. Maybe Randy Orton comes back, beats KO. Then it's Cody versus and then Randy, for the title. It's like, hey, buddy, and then all of a sudden you kind of then Randy goes heel to protect his title, and then Cody comes back and beats his mentor. There's many ways to go with it, and I think plenty of stories that you could make out of it if it goes down that way that fans would be left happy. Of course, a lot of fans right before it even happens are gonna go, "Oh, don't take the belt away from Cody. Oh, I love to see him with the belt." But reality is that you could go many different ways with this, and I just love the run that KO is having, and the feud he's having with Cody. Again, Cody in the chase is better than Cody as the champion. And I'm not saying take the belt off him long term. He could still win the title in time to make a successful program with Rock, drop the belt to Rock or whatever, and then roll out and maybe Rock go versus Roman, or Cody goes into WrestleMania. You have Rock you could go many different ways. But we asked, which title do you think will change hands? Because the rumor is that one of the major titles will change tonight. And I think for a while I've been going, man, I think KO could imagine what is more shocking to you, a Gunther dropping his belt or Cody dropping his belt?
Cody, obviously.
Cody, right? Yeah. Don't you wouldn't you as a booker want to leave your show with fans going, what the, because no one expects, because you said it's so predictable. It's so predictable. Who's going to lose tonight? Well, it's not going to be Cody. Cody's giving a belt. That's boring, dude. I know it's boring. I want to be able to say, and that's not a knock on Cody. I'm just saying, like, I want to be able to go into an event and not expect what's going to happen. I mean, we all expected Cody was going to win the world title from Roman at WrestleMania 41. And as much fun as it, or WrestleMania 40, as much as enjoyment as that was, the finally happened, you had all the pops. Of course, it would have been complete with Austin. As fun as that was, it was predictable. I didn't really, after it happened, I was more excited about all the surprise appearances. When it went down, I was kind of like, because I knew it. I would rather go, whoa, wait a second. Like when you and I, when we were doing this with Sami Zayn versus Roman, nobody expected Sami Zayn to win. But imagine the pop if Sami would have beat Roman or Jey Uso. That's shocking. That makes you go, whoa. When Brock Lesnar beat Undertaker, people, oh, Undertaker's going to win that. People actually thought we all thought Undertaker was going to win that match because it's become such ingrained into our souls that we were all, oh, it's going to be, but it was Brock Lesnar, the hottest heel, the most physically dominant wrestler.
No one was happy. Nobody was happy, Bobby. They're still not happy.
Doesn't matter. They all jumped. Everybody's facial expressions. And we're still talking about it to this day as one of the most shocking things in wrestling. It wasn't a finger poke of doom. They weren't happy because they took it off off the Undertaker, and you could have gave this to Roman. You could have gave it to Bray. Sure. Brock didn't need it, but nobody expected it. That's what you're missing nowadays in today's wrestling. We shouldn't be able to predict every match or every way the story's going to go. And so for me, KO beating Cody for the title is more of a holy moment compared to a Finn or a Damian Priest beating a Gunther. As happy as I'd be, I like all three of those guys. Not Demon Prince, not Demon Balor. Leave that motherfucker at the Goodwill somewhere. Balor. Turn him in and get him out of here. No one wants to see that, But a Finn Balor as a champion, I can see that. I like Finn. A Damian Priest, hell yeah, all day, every day.
Yes.
But that's not as shocking as a KO winning the title.
Yeah, so I can definitely see KO winning tonight. I just don't want it to happen just for the reason why. Now, trust me, I don't think anyone has been a bigger hater on Cody than I have since, he's won the title from Roman. I think he's been boring, unwatchable. But I will say this, he can't lose to Kevin Owens. I just don't. But then again, Justin in the chat saying, Randy Orton coming back.
Oh, I can see Randy, and that can kind of save.
But you're telling me every single time Cody has a big match, he needs help from his friends.
True.
That's such anywhere. I just, can we get it? Why do we need Randy Orton? Why does Cody need Randy Orton to beat Kevin Owens? Your babyface is weak at this point. If he always needs help to win, I just think as a babyface like Cody is, he should just beat Kevin Owens 1, 2, 3, blah 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 blah. Then maybe Kevin Owens can beat him down after the match. And then that's when Randy gets the save at the end. I don't know. Think about Kevin Owens' last promo in the car. He brought up Sami Zayn. I'll get to Sami Zayn later. That's going to happen down the road. He also has Kevin Owens down the road. So if he wins the title tonight and Randy does return, or whatever the case may be, so we're going to see Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens for the title, then what will we do with Cody? See, there's just so much going on. Rock wants that title from Cody. I still think that's going to happen. I just don't see a situation where Cody loses this title tonight, but I wouldn't hate it at all. I'd actually be happy because I like Kevin Owens and I think he needs to be a world champion. Just not right now. But man, that's been the story for the past 4 or 5 years, it feels like.
Exactly. Let's go match by match here very quick. I know we just talked world title match. We'll get to that towards the end, just our final predictions. But McIntyre versus Sami Zayn, you said the most look forward to match for you. I don't know if this is to be the first match on the card, but we're going to start here. How can you see this playing out?
What'd you say the first match?
McIntyre versus Sami Zayn. We don't know if it will be, but
okay.
How do you did say that you would like to see him squash Sami to look more dominant. Would that be your prediction?
That's my prediction. I think that's going to go down that way. Sami could take a beating. Every match, Sami gets beat down 90% of the match, and then he either comes back and wins or he loses. So I think Drew's going to just beat the crap out of him and show how aggressive he is. He has to. You don't lose in your returning match. You can't. This isn't AEW, brother.
Why you got to throw a brother in there like Hogan has anything to do with AEW?
I don't know. Just thinking of two bad things at one time.
Anything bad with wrestling, it's brother. It's like, come on, man.
Baby brother.
Then you got the WWE. First off, I think it's Drew. I can't see Sami Zayn winning. I think it's bigger for Drew to win tonight. And I could see Jay or Jimmy or whomever trying to come in. And maybe that is how you steal the win away from Drew. But like you said, coming off this feud with CM Punk and being, or what if it's Seth who interferes? And, you see Jay comes out to save him, to save Sami, and Seth comes in and Seth makes his heel turn.
Seth is a heel. Seth only has eyes for CM Punk right now. This heel turn from Seth.
Remember, he's been teasing against him and Sami have been going on the mic for a couple weeks now, going at each other. So I could see it.
You're right. I could see that too. I could see so much tonight. This is gonna be awesome. But I do think Drew wins convincingly. He has to.
So then you got the Women's United States Championship match. You got Minchin taking on Chelsea Green. I'll just say for me, I think either one winning is absolutely okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool with either one, but I am rolling with Chelsea Green.
Yep. No argument. Yep.
Yeah, I'm rolling with Chelsea, dude. Her run so far, what she's been able to do the last few months, and I think her with a title, especially U.S. title, and being the starter, the lead of that, it's going to go a long way. And I look forward to it. I'm cool with either one, but I'm rolling with Chelsea.
It's going to be the classic Piper's her bodyguard until Piper gets fed up and Piper takes that title. That story is so old, but it's so good every single time.
Diesel and Nash, Batista, Triple H. It's a roundabout, but it works all the time. We all want to see the bodyguard take out, or the stooge take out the ringleader.
Like Camille and Mercedes worked perfect.
Who's Camille? I know Mercedes. And is that the girl who stands behind her?
She used to. She quit after she broke her arm.
Oh, and Tony Storm came back. Anybody saw that on Rampage? No?
No.
I saw that on Twitter. Yeah. What the hell? Like, I mean, I'm not even. I'm like, what is that?
Hey,
why?
But we saw the Commander or Bandito or whoever the hell it was. We saw him on Dynamite. We saw his little vignette, whoever that was. I'm sorry. So bad.
What did she say? Went to Publix, couldn't find one, couldn't get cash. You have it all. Well, you could have walked in and asked for it. Excuse me. So moving on, we got the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. Gunther, Finn Balor, Damian Priest. Josh says that this could be the match that you see a major title change. So in reason being, obviously, again, for me at least, and why it makes sense, Gunther, as great as he is, as we were saying, he has been stale. So it's not the same as the IC title. It just doesn't have the same feel to it. And that sucks for him. But that happens sometimes. It just does. Doesn't mean he's bad. Doesn't mean he's not fit. It's just sometimes it doesn't work. I think the hotter story is Balor versus Priest. And honestly, if I had to roll anyway, I think because a chase is better than a defense. Finn Balor as a heel champion with Damian Priest chasing him is huge. I would roll with Priest here because Priest is on a whole other level right now in wrestling. I mean, his character he'll be better now as a world champion than he was before, and he was damn good. He got stronger as it went on. It sucked to see him lose the belt, but I could see Priest pulling this out.
Here's what we're gonna see. Because I've thought about this. I said at first we need to have Gunther, have Damian Priest, and a chokehold. Finn Balor coup de grace off the top, knocks out Gunther. Damian Priest is already put to sleep because of the sleeper pin 1, 2, 3. That doesn't make sense. That makes Priest look like the weakest man on the planet. So he has to have Gunther beat. He has to be able to pin Gunther 1, 2, 3. But he won't be able to because Finn Balor, well, that's when he'll step in and cheat or whatever to win. You can't cheat because it's no DQ match. Triple threat matches, no DQ. No disqualification. So keep that in mind tonight. So Priest will have Gunther 1. Like he will be able to win. We're all going to be hyped. Finn Balor last second, boom, something, cheat, blah, blah, blah. Finn Balor will pin whoever. I don't think Gunther. It'll be Priest. 1, 2, 3. Heel Priest is going to win. And Priest's gripe is going to be, I had this match won. I was about to pin Gunther, but Finn Balor got in the way. And that's how we go from there. But again, what do we do with Gunther? Because if he's going to want his rematch clause, or he's going to want a rematch, or he's going to say, hey, I never got pinned. So then what do we do? But we'll see. I think Finn Balor's walking out as the champion.
There you go. I mean, and again, I don't hate it. As long as we don't see Damian Finn, I'm good with it. I'm good. So, sorry. Moving on. Hey, we talked about the both men's world titles possibly changing, but what if it's this one? Io Sky, Liv Morgan, women's world title on the line. How do you see this playing out?
Liv Morgan wins by Dom cheating in the story. Or Raquel, one of the two. Obviously, or maybe all three. Maybe everyone cheats because Io Sky's got damage control. I think Liv's winning this title. This is one of the most predictable. This will be a lock. This will be my lock. No one's getting that title from Liv unless it's Rhea Ripley.
Cody wouldn't be your lock? Are you not sure on Cody?
Cody's not my lock. This is my lock. This is the most. If I had $1 bajillion, I would go on betag.com and put $1 bajillion on it to win 50 cents.
There you go. And then finally, we talked about it. World title, Cody, or WWE Undisputed title, Cody versus KO. I know you're rolling with Cody. Right?
Yeah, Cody's. Yeah.
Cody. And again, I'm going to roll with KO here. Again, I can see it. I just have this sneaking suspicion. But I wouldn't hate it because either way, just because of where the story could go. Yes, a lot of people are predicting The Rock's going to show up tonight.
I don't see Rock. I don't see we don't see Dwayne tonight. We'll see Mark Calloway probably. We'll probably see Steve Austin probably. Like I'm assuming we're going to see some big time legends.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
not involving in this match, not being involved in this.
No,
match.
just hangout spots or promo spots or it'd be cool to see Ron Simmons pull out a dam. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I always like to see I like to see that.
And again, let me tell you, even though I agree that I don't think we're going to see The Rock tonight, it would make more sense to come out tonight than on Netflix. That's what I'm going to. That's
nope.
Let me finish my point.
Okay, all right.
You said it. Let me finish my point. I know where you stand. Oh my gosh, I'm voice texting. Holy crap. I just sent a whole text to somebody of our show. I was just noticing
transcripts. Hey, yeah. Bob was like, the transcript guy is way too expensive. I'm just gonna text the chat.
Transcribe it myself. But because again, it's totally predictable for the
Mhm.
Joshes and the Justins of the world, apparently. But you have John Cena. You got Roman going there.
Mhm.
Austin possibly going to show up. They're going to do everything in their power to build this up. Saturday Night Main Event, I think, should finish with a cliffhanger. Should leave you wondering what's happening next after the holiday season. And look, The Rock showed up at the most random ass time. We talk about, oh, it's not going to be as special. He showed up at, was it Bad Blood?
Yep.
And what came of that? Absolutely nothing. Yes, yeah, 1, 2, 3. And that was it. He made no other appearances. Show up at Survivor Series. Then it showed, he teased it. We all know he's doing 1 or 2. Nothing happened. Something should happen tonight, especially if Cody and Kevin are main eventing. If Cody is standing tall at the end of this match, payback for Clash in the Castle 2 years ago. If there's another person who could screw Roman and make him the Tribal Chief Management Solo, Drew McIntyre, possibly. But this would mean more if at the end of the show you got Cody standing with the ring eagle belt celebrating. If he comes out on top of it all of a sudden, if you smell, and then The Rock comes out and there's a stare down in the ring this time, and maybe rock bottom, whatever. If not, just standing there and the show ends. That would be epic compared to Kevin Owens. Cody standing in the ring, fireworks, and then that's the end. It should be Rock popping out. That's going to mean more. That's going to make you jump, because if Roman versus Solo is the main event, people are saying, oh, could it be CM Punk and Seth Rollins? You're going to have that match. You're going to have Roman and Solo. You're going to have John Cena showing up. It's John Cena's night. Do they really want to upstage John Cena on his first night back in his last run?
Maybe.
I don't think so. It would make more sense. Not saying it will. It would make more sense tonight compared to Netflix. That's just me.
If you want an outlandish prediction by me, if you want a cliffhanger, I can give it to you.
Okay.
It's simple.
Yeah.
You have Kevin Owens get beat 1, 2, 3. You have Randy Orton make his return, whatever. Maybe Kevin Owens is beating him up. Maybe Cody's getting beat down at the end somehow. You know how even though babyfaces can win, it can turn around pretty quick. Orton comes out, looks at Kevin Owens, we get a situation, RKO to Cody. Boom. The next time we see Randy Orton, ever since Kevin Owens gave me the pile driver, I've been sitting on my couch, and everything he's been saying, maybe he knocked some sense into me, and everything's coming clear. Cody, you've been causing all these problems, and I'm so sick of your I'm taking that title from you. Like, whatever, because we need to see this match. And maybe Kevin Owens, like, it's, again, dumb booking, right? People would poke holes into it, but that'd be something different. I was sitting on my couch listening to Kevin Owens. Everything he's saying is so true. I've been thinking about it.
And that would be a clip. That would be a shock factor. Randy coming out, RKO, and ends the night that way. And then you set up heel Randy. Sure, that would be fun. We all want it. Fans want to see it. Cody wants it. We know that. So, and Cody could be possibly going to Raw too. And we could possibly see the new world champion going to SmackDown, which I think should be the case. I think the world title should be on SmackDown and the WWE title should be on Raw. And especially if you're trying to make Raw the next big thing again, trying to make it the A show.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be a good case to do it. But man, let me tell you, I am super excited for tonight. Not just the card itself, but just the presentation. I know WWE's going old school. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to listening to Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yes.
It would have been cool to hear if Vince McMahon was still to hear McMahon with Jesse the Body. That would have been neat. Obviously we won't get that. Imagine if that's the big return. It's McMahon's character showing up. No chance. We're like,
welcome back.
Welcome to Saturday night.
You think you could pronounce that? You think you could actually say that? Welcome to Saturday night.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that's like, well, it's Saturday night.
He doesn't talk
Like,
anymore.
like Vince, okay, go sit down. It's okay. Thank you. But no, I just really looking forward to I want to see what the ring looks like. I want to see what I'm looking forward to the road. It sounds stupid, but I want to see that old school feel. I
Of
want it.
course.
Talk about old school very quick. Wrap it up with this. I saw on Twitter that when WWE brings their library or goes to Netflix, and maybe you could clear this up. Somebody on there did tell me, no, it's only for outside the United States, international. But I thought it was the full thing. That when WWE goes to Netflix, it will only be like up to current library. All the old matches, all of that will not follow. That they're not really going to bring, like, you can't go back. Like, I've told you this before.
Yeah.
I go back, I'll watch old WCW pay-per-views. I love going back and watching old WWE Saturday night main events. Do you know anything about it?
No.
Because I heard that they said it, that WWE's not planning on bringing that whole library there. Obviously, they got WWE The Vault on YouTube now, or that's what they think that's what's going to happen. But then it's not the same. Honestly, I don't know if you heard anything about it. You said you haven't.
No.
To me, that's horrible. That pisses me off because
Yeah.
they didn't see a lot of traction. Yeah, a lot of modern day fans aren't going to jump and go watch the old WCW, NWAs, or the old WWF, but the older fans still do. I love going back and watching those with my son. So, okay, here we go. Justin, for people outside the US, they will be uploading the old content because it's on Peacock. So is it staying on Peacock in the United States even when they go to Netflix? Justin, do you know?
I would hope.
If it is, that's amazing. Because that was going to be part of our content. I was planning on once the year, maybe doing that as we kind of drag along, talking old shows, to pull it up an old show or a documentary and watching that. I just watched the DDP one, which was awesome. Diamond Dallas Page, man, doesn't get enough love from New Day fans. He was so freaking cool.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. He was the real world champion. I mean, not the real world champion, the real people's champion. It wasn't The Rock. It was DDP.
I agree with that. 1,000%. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't. Justin, you're making my heart swell with happiness.
I'm happy about that. But I'm also pissed off I got to keep Peacock now. Because I was canceling Peacock as soon as they made the switch to Netflix.
Okay, here we go. So Justin's saying the old content is staying on Peacock in the United States. The only thing leaving Peacock is old Raw episodes. Those are all going to get moved to Netflix. So I'm assuming probably current event episodes. But anyway, either way, that's great news because I still watch old WCW. I'm right now looking at the Dungeon of Doom and I'm trying to see where Scott Hall finally shows up, but I'm watching those and those are a lot of fun. Macho Man's the world champion right now. I love going back and watching that old stuff, so people are like, oh, I know more. No, not really. I don't really know. Tell me who this guy is. I don't know who that guy is. Go pay attention. Go watch. You might want to be a student of the game. But anyway, Josh, you have a big night ahead. You're going to go for the first time. I mean, you talk about how excited you are for tonight, man. You're going out and hanging out with friends and talk to me, man. How excited are you?
Yeah, man. Got some nooners. We're going to go to the boys' house. Like, when's the last time anyone, if you have, put it in the chat. When's the last time a group of men or peoples got together to watch wrestling? Like, seriously. Especially on a Saturday night. Especially not a WrestleMania or a SummerSlam. Yeah. That's the whole point. We're excited for this. This is a big night field. This is a PLE. Like, this is what I'm taking it as. So I'm super excited. I want to see all the nostalgia. I want to see the people. I want to hear Jesse Ventura. I heard that he's just as sharp as he was back then. I'm ready to hear it all. I'm ready to just enjoy the show and then talk to you next week about how awesome the show was.
100%. And that's right. So we did a pregame show basically for Saturday main event. We usually do the recap, but we will do our recap next week. Obviously, we'll discuss it throughout the week, just me and him, but we'll be back. Man, first off, shout out to everyone who's watching, wherever you're watching. Facebook right now, we got a lot of people watching on Facebook, Twitter, X, YouTube, Twitch. Thank you all for tuning in to No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast. Josh and I are here every Saturday. We might move the show around depending on special events, life in general, but usually on Saturdays. Catch us on No Holds Bar at NHB Wrestling Pod on Twitter. Josh Kimmel, OUS for Twitter. I know, but you're there. And at Bobby Finn's Talk on Twitter as well. Do me a favor, guys. If you're watching anywhere other than YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button, hit the notifications bell. More wrestling content besides No Holds Barred. You got Real Talk Wrestling. Josh is on there as well. If you like Josh's takes, you could listen to his more wrestling takes, and you got some AEW talk on there as well on Real Talk Wrestling on Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, with Clutch and Chris.
And NXT talk too. We talk.
And okay, you've added some. Okay, there you go. So got some, which sure. Oh, and for those who like TNA wrestling, Tessa Blatchard is back. Long time no here. A lot of talk beforehand at who's the champion? Oh my gosh, I like her a lot, and I can't believe I'm butchering.
Jordynne Grace.
Jordynne Grace. There was rumors that Jordynne Grace did not want to deal with her, but she attacked Jordynne Grace at the end of the pay-per-view, and a lot of noise out of TNA, and so very interesting to see. So shout out to TNA for still staying relevant and continue. Joe Hendry's the #1 contender now for the TNA title. So there's your TNA update. But again, if you love wrestling, subscribe to FTSN. We got great wrestling content led by Josh on Thursday nights and Saturday nights. Myself with Josh on Saturday. We thank you all. If you're a Dolphins fan, tune in tomorrow starting at 11 a.m. Eastern. Myself and Finstanza with the Miami Dolphins pregame show. Dolphins versus Texans. Josh, very quick, your prediction for that game.
Dolphins versus Texans. A-Chan will be the running back 1 this week in fantasy football. That's my prediction.
Ooh, I love it. Okay, I'm rolling with it. All right, guys, we appreciate you. Josh Kimmel, Bobby Finstock, we appreciate you. Like and subscribe. And good night. Enjoy the show, guys. Appreciate you.